Hey guys, these are the 3 tools that I think any player who's really getting into Path of Exile should know about. I know there are many other great tools out there, but personally I'm not a fan of having to run a bunch of applications to play my video games, so these are the 3 that I actually find worthwhile. If you're a longtime player, you probably know about these already, so feel free to click off, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.
Ta-ta for now!
Otherwise, let's get started. The 3 tools I'll be talking about are Path of Building, Awakened PoE Trade, and Exilence Next. Now, just to set your expectations right, the first one is good for all types of players, whereas the other 2 are specifically relevant to people that are playing in the trade leagues. Path of Building, or PoB for short, is the ultimate companion tool to Path of Exile. It allows you to plan your build ahead of time as far as the passive tree, gems, and even items are concerned. There's actually a whole lot of depth going on here, and in fact, it can be extremely overwhelming. Personally, I tend to use it in a few different ways, which vary in complexity. The most common way to use it is to import a build that someone else has created and use it as a reference to copy with your own character. Simply copy-paste the little link into your import section and you'll have access to the character's passive skill tree, all the gems they use, and all the gear they use. Some build creators even include leveling trees and more detailed explanations in the notes section, so be sure to check those out. Zizarin's got a good concise guide on that process, so go have a watch. The other way I use PoB is to try and tweak my own builds. It's got a neat function where you can import your own characters so long as your Path of Exile account is set to public, and you can then mess around with your tree, gems, or even check to see if a new item you're shopping for will be an upgrade or not before you buy it. Just hit the copy button on the trade site, go to the items page in Path of Building, and simply hit Ctrl-V. Voila! The final way I use it is to come up with my own build ideas. By starting from scratch, I can try and piece items and skills together and see if I can create something that might be cool or fun to play, but to be honest, I still struggle with this. So that was Path of Building. Next up, we've got Awakened PoE Trade. This tool is an overlay tool that can be brought up at will that'll help you price check your items quickly without having to manually go on the trade site and type things in yourself. Now, assuming you are keen on trading and amassing wealth, this tool allows you to simply press a key combination, Ctrl and D for me, while hovering over an item, and a pop-up will show up with the list of mods your item has. By toggling certain mods on or off and hitting search, the tool will find the lowest priced items that share those same mods as you've selected. If I'm unsure about the value of an item I found, I always check different combinations of mods to see if anything might be of value to someone else before putting it up for sale in my stash. Also, it's quite useful for checking out the price of a unique item really quickly since you don't have to necessarily toggle mods on or off when doing that. It's got other features to it too, like being able to pop up cheat sheets for easy reference, but I don't ever use that myself. I do use the teleport to hideout shortcut button though. Would recommend.
Nice.
For more information, the British Exile's got an excellent little video that goes into more depth than I did here. Finally, we have Exilence Next. This one's another trade-related tool, and it's definitely the tool I use the least of the 3, but it still has its uses. By linking your PoE account to Exilence, the tool will be able to see what items you have in your stashes and on your characters, and you don't have to worry, it's all safe. By creating a profile and selecting which tabs you want to include, Exilence will price check all of your non-rare items in those tabs and sum up the value of those items for you. It does this by looking at what you have and then values each item based on its current value on PoE Ninja, which is a website that keeps track of item prices on the fly, among other things. While it's nice to see how much your stuff is worth, it's not always the most accurate and can over or undervalue items, so take the total value you see here with a grain of salt. What it is great for though is listing your items based on which are the most valuable. This lets me prioritize which items are worth my time selling, as they'll sell for more than anything else I might want to sell. For example, I can see here that my 3 Divine Orbs are worth a total of 26 Chaos. So assuming I don't actually want to use them myself, I know that out of all the items I have, ignoring Rares and Exalted Orbs, selling these will net me the most Chaos in a single trade. So, whenever I want to put up a bunch of items for sale after having played for a while, I'll just go down the list in order, listing everything that I don't intend on using myself. Lalcohol has a great video going over that exact process that I highly recommend to you. And that's it. These are the 3 tools that I find myself using the most often, and if you're enjoying Path of Exile, I definitely recommend you look into them for yourselves. Unless of course you really don't want to trade, which is understandable. Trading in this game is a little daunting at first, which is why you should watch this video next if you're intimate about it. Which is why you should watch this video next if you're intimidated by it.